back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Katie Wismer. I'm an author and an editor. I have 7 books out currently, and today we're going to be doing a writing vlog. It's a Friday, and I finished my editing client projects a little bit early, so all I have to do today is work on my own stuff. So I'm pretty excited. I really prefer to have like specific days for one thing, so I don't have to change my focus. So anyway, we are currently working on my book, Broken Perfect Lies, and we're at about 62,000 words at the moment. If you haven't been staying caught up on this project's progress, too many P words. It's a standalone romance that I wrote not this January, last January, and I've been meaning to like fit it into my writing schedule since then, and I just had so many other books I had to finish first. So now this book officially has a deadline. I have to get it to my developmental editor on August 1st, so we have a little under 2 months to whip it into shape. I have the entire half of the book from my female main character's point of view, and then after I finished the rough draft, I decided I wanted to write the male love interest's point of view. So I'm still in the middle of writing his, and then I'm also adding some things in there that weren't there in the first draft as well. So basically, we're revising, but I feel like I'm still writing the rough draft because I'm adding so much new content to it, and that's what we're focusing on today. It's rainy and gloomy. Perfect writing weather. I also had you guys send in questions on Instagram. Originally I was thinking I might just do like a single Q&A video, but honestly I think I might just like throw them in here every once in a while throughout the vlog, so it's not like tedious to sit here and listen to them all at once. Sorry if you can hear Maxine in the litter box. How is your brother's new cat? So I gave my brother a cat for his birthday back in March. His name is Mojo. I call him Momo, and he is so stinking cute. My brother lives with my parents, so the cat has kind of got free reign of the house, so he spends a lot of time with my parents. My brother has a cat too, who's very shy and territorial and stuff, so they're still kind of, it's complicated. But Mojo is doing very well. I FaceTime my mom literally every day to see him and the dogs. He has become very good friends with one of our dogs, Gizmo. Gizmo is a little bully, and he's also just like, he's got such an attitude, and so it's so funny because Mojo does not put up with it. Like, Gizmo has finally met his match, so the two of them are always like chasing each other around and playing, and it's so stinking cute. Mojo is doing well. He's running that house. He's upset whenever my dad takes the dogs on a walk because he wants to go too. My mom's been putting him on a leash and taking him out to the courtyard so he can be out there with her when she's like watering her plants and stuff. It's just been so cute. He's doing well, he's doing well. Would you ever shave your head? That's funny. I actually have been thinking about going to the hairdresser and doing something drastically different with my hair. Either chopping it all off, dyeing it a totally different color, just something new. Shaving my head though, I think no. I just don't think I could pull it off. I don't think I have the head shape for it. I don't think it would suit me. I don't think it would look good on me. Sometimes you see that on some people and you're just like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, that suits them so well. It looks so good on them. I don't think I would be one of those people. Would you ever consider designing and making your own covers? No, because I have no graphic design skills, experience, nothing. Even after having to like make YouTube thumbnails and stuff for 6 years, I have never gotten better. It's just not my forte. It's not what I enjoy doing. I would much rather outsource them. And then the last question we'll answer now, and we'll do some more later, is would you say Portland is a driver's city? In parentheses, can a non-driver live there? Pretty simply. So I do have my car here, but I actually pretty much never use it. I walk absolutely everywhere if I'm staying in the city. If I'm leaving the city, I'll take my car obviously, but I just walk everywhere, and it's been totally fine for me. I think people overestimate like how much time it's gonna take you to walk somewhere. Even if I like look something up on the map and it's like a mile away, a mile and a half away, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll walk, it's fine. I get some exercise, I get some steps in, and I literally walk everywhere. So there's also a lot of public transportation that everyone talks about. I haven't tried it myself. I definitely think you are perfectly fine if you don't have a car here. I will update you if I get any more progress in this book. I still have this like brainstormed list of scenes that I need to add, but I'm still trying to figure out transitions into those scenes, exactly where they're going to fit. I have like a vague idea for what the scene is going to be, but I haven't like really fully fleshed out the idea yet. So we got a lot of thinking to do today.
Look out, here she comes, the woman that I love. It's too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel, because she has someone who makes her happy. I'm a ghost in these walls, or at least I try to be. 'Cause I hope that I'm not showing.
I need a little break because I'm stuck, and I've also just been sitting down for a while. It's almost 12 o'clock now, or it is 12 o'clock, it's 12:30. So I figured we would answer a few questions, then I'm gonna like get up and go for a walk or something. It's going well. I have so many ideas for scenes that I want to add, and I'm just still trying to figure out, you know, where they fit, if it's necessary to include all of them, and if I do include all of them, it's like I need some more things in the middle to make them work. So it's just this like growing problem where I'm like, oh, I know I need to add these and that'll fix some of these problems, but if I add these I also need to add these, if I add these I also need to add these, and it's just like getting longer and longer, and I think that's good. I think the book needs it, but this book in particular is just really throwing me like out of my element. Like I feel like I usually have more control over a book. This one, it's like it's steering me, I'm not steering it, and I'm just kind of going with the flow. It's just, it feels very different than pretty much every other book I've ever written. So I'm just taking that as like a sign that this is how this book is supposed to come into being. It knows what it wants. It has like its own little personality, this like bossy personality, and I'm just letting it do it. If you're not a writer, you're probably like, you sound insane. Next we have why move to Portland specifically. There's some other parts of the question too. So, but for that one I have a whole video on my vlog channel where I go in depth on that. If I can find the particular vlog, it's one of my moving vlogs, I'll link it down below. And then your favorite part of the writing process, probably bringing on beta readers. I like hearing other people's opinions on the story for the first time. Like the first time someone other than me reads the book is always very exciting. And then top 5 non-writing passions. I feel like veganism is a big one for me. Always will be. Something I'm very passionate about. Health in general, like health and fitness. I love working out. I've always loved to exercise. I've played sports all my life. Movement is just like very integral in my life and who I am. So like health and fitness kind of stuff, and then also like wellness kind of stuff. I'm big into like meditation, and I've been getting more into like energy healing and things like that.
Your name is Katie.
What is going on? How do I make it stop? That's my Google Home in my bathroom. I don't know what I possibly could have said to trigger that. What just happened? What was I saying? That was so bizarre. We're all freaked out now. That wasn't even like a song I had saved in my Spotify library. That's not a song I've ever played on Spotify before. To trigger that, usually you have to say, hey Google. I don't What was I saying? What were we talking about? That was so weird. Why did it tell me my name was Katie? Okay. Favorite writing passions. I was talking about wellness, that's number 3. I feel like YouTube and like making videos and stuff is a hobby that I've had for over 6 years, so to stick with something for that long, I feel like I have to be pretty passionate about it. I don't know what number 5 is. I don't know. I'll think about it. Do you ever sometimes watch your college vlogs and think of how far you've come? Not the college ones in particular. I feel like if I go back and watch them, they're gonna be kind of cringy for me now. I have looked back at them since I've posted them, but yeah, sometimes I'll just kind of like look back through old videos in general, and it's, I don't know, it's like a weird mix of emotions. It's like nostalgic. Sometimes it makes me kind of sad, but sometimes it's just honestly disorienting because things are so different and things have drastically changed for me several times in just like the past few years. If you look at like my content that I was making in college versus the content I was making once I moved back in with my parents versus the content when I moved into my condo versus the content here, it just feels like I've made all of these massive jumps in my life, in a short period of time, and disorienting would be the best word to describe it. Oh, this is actually relevant. What contributed to your decision to put your ebooks in Kindle Unlimited? This is actually the topic for our self-publishing 101 video this month over on Patreon. I know that's like annoying to be like, yeah, it's over there, but I feel like I've also talked about it a little bit in a video on here somewhere, if I can remember which one it is. If anyone knows who's watching this, if you remember what video I was talking about that in, I know I have a video where I was talking about it. But basically it came down to, I put the marionettes in last August in there as an experiment, and that did so well that kind of encouraged me to keep doing that with my books. There's a lot more to it, but that's the easy answer. Were you nervous about living in a city where you didn't know anyone? Not particularly. I think I probably would have earlier in my life, but now I've just like done it several times. I grew up in Colorado and I went to school in Virginia. I didn't know anybody at that school, so I kind of felt like I started over when I did that. Then I studied abroad in England and I did that by myself. I didn't know anybody at that school, so I started over again. And then even when I moved back to Colorado, I had a couple of friends who still lived in the area who I'd gone to middle school and high school with, but the majority of my friends had all moved to different places. So I honestly kind of felt like I was starting over when I was back in Colorado again. So honestly, no, it just kind of felt like more of the same. Making friends in a new city, any tips? How's the dating going? I'm working on it. It's been interesting being in a new city, but then also just like working from home and working for myself. And it's just like, you really do have to make an active effort to try to meet people. So I've been on the apps. I have Bumble BFF, and I've gone on a couple of friend dates with that, which has been nice. That's how I found the book club that I joined. Honestly, it's not something I've put a ton of effort into. I would like to put more effort into it, but I'm also at this stage in my life where I'm very picky about who I let into my life, and I'm very picky about my relationships. I've just always been someone who would prefer to have a couple of really good friends than a large group of friends. I've been in like a large group a couple of times in my life, and I never liked it. As like an introvert, it's just being around people who I feel like don't get me is so draining and exhausting. I know they always say like being alone is recharging for introverts, but honestly, if I'm around people who I feel like just get me, it's not draining. Like I can be around my best friend for days at a time and it's not draining. I can be around someone who we just do not click at all for 10 minutes and I'm fucking exhausted. So I've gone on lots of friend dates since being here where I've met people, and nothing wrong with the people that I've been meeting. They've all been perfectly nice. We just haven't like clicked. I don't know, I'm just kind of like protective of my energy and of my time, and if someone's not like, if it's not gonna be like a deep kind of friendship, like something that's like meaningful and something that like I don't know, we like really click, I don't know a better way to describe it. I'm not really interested in forming relationships just for the sake of relationships. I've had my fair share of friendships where it wasn't like a real friendship. It was like they're friends with me because we have fun when we go out and party together. Like it doesn't go far beyond that. They're not gonna have my back if I need them, and I don't really see a purpose in having friends who aren't in it with me, you know? So I've been going out and meeting new people, but I can kind of tell pretty quickly whether or not someone is someone that I want to invest time in. And again, I don't mean that in like a negative way towards other people whatsoever. I just I'm not really interested in having these like shallow surface level relationships. That goes with friendships or dating. So again, I've gone on way more like romantic dates than friend dates since I've been here, and I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I need a break. I can't do this anymore. Again, I know like right away whether or not this is someone that I click with and I want to be around, and I'm not interested in being in a relationship just for the sake of being in a relationship. So I've gone on a lot of first dates, gone on a couple of second dates, but again, by then I can just like tell that I have a hard time finding anyone that I'm actually interested in, that I actually find interesting, and that sounds terrible. But I have been enjoying just dating around because they keep taking me to new places that I haven't been to. So I've tried lots of new restaurants and things around me, and I found some places that I really like through the places that dates have taken me. So that's one positive thing to take out of it. But I've kind of hit this point where I've just decided I'm gonna do the things that I want to do whether or not I have someone to come with me. I'm a little uncomfortable doing some things alone, and I'm just trying to push past that and go out and do the things that I want to do here. If I make some genuine connections with people, that would be great, but I also have so many people in my life who I just have such good relationships with, and I just again feel like I really clicked with them. And now that I have that as like my example, now that I have those relationships to compare things to, it's hard to accept any less than that. That was a rambly, long answer to a simple question, but that's where I'm at. There are more questions, but I've been talking for a long time, so we'll answer them later.